Yesterday at the Orange County Board of Supervisors meeting, it was another one of those lengthy ones. The park plan that they're talking about, what is it and why are they doing it?
This is such an amazing process that began over 2 years ago. A grand jury report came out a few years ago that said the Parks Agency should get more money, should have more autonomy, shouldn't be under this larger department called RDMD. It's kind of the Facilities Planning and Building Department. And so the SOUP said, okay, let's form a committee to study the issue. That studying took 2 years, involved hundreds of people and 20 public meetings, and they came up with this big strategic plan. It's inches thick, right? And within the plan it said it should have autonomy, it should get some more money, it should stand on its own, it should never be open to, say, private conservancy groups. And basically the board voted against all of that and went a completely different way. For instance, the advocates wanted to keep the old school name of harbors, beaches, and parks. That's been around since the 1970s. Right. The SOUPs went exactly the other way and named it OC Parks. I guess they were concerned about brand marketing.
But why? I mean, was there any explanation behind their votes?
Chris Norby said it was about brand marketing, and that's what the other supervisors said. It is the website address now, so certainly it makes it easier. And like Chris Norby said, people were always confused when they said HB&P. They thought it was like Huntington Beach Police.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they did. And you know what gets me is it seems that they want to form all these committees and then they turn around and do just the opposite. So it's like, save us some money and time and don't do it. And I think, again, that's going to keep people kind of upset. Speaking of upset, the Orange County Sheriff's Deputies Union showed their disapproval. What took place and what's going on with the contract?
What we're seeing this week is the real first public offensive that the deputies are taking since John Morlock essentially announced his pension reform plan in July. And the deputies are very upset about this, of course. John Morlock's going after their pensions. They're also very angry that they've been working without a contract for nearly a year. So they sued the SOUPs last week in a filing in Orange County Superior Court. This week, they had a work slowdown at the courthouse on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they marched. They dressed in black shirts, and they had picket signs, and they marched to the Board of SOUPs meeting, and they came in and sat down, and their leader got up and talked to the SOUPs.
How did the SOUPs respond to that one?
There was really no reaction other than the chair of the board, Chris Norby, said, you know, negotiations are ongoing. There are two sides here, and we want to look at that health care account. The union keeps this account for health care services. They get to manage it. No one knows how much money is in it and what it's all used for. And the SOUPs want to take a look at how that's managed. The union doesn't want them to look at it. That's been a major sticking point.
I want to get back to Janet Wynn just for a moment. What does this endorsement by the Lincoln Club mean to her?
It means a lot more money. It means a lot more endorsements from the GOP. It certainly gives her some standing in the community and a lot of credibility because, of course, that's the powerful big money group here in Orange County. It also means that she will have to stick to certain things they believe in, such as John Morlock's pension reform plan. So that probably means she's going to vote that way.
It's going to be very interesting what's going to be taking place. They need to get that resolved, and it's something that I know that you'd like to see happen too.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting. You get a chance to cover all of these meetings.
It's selling newspapers.
Thanks very much, Peggy. Always good to see you.
Thanks, Peggy.